What's up, YouTube? Today, the MiniCake TV is showing us a new beta build on the new Recalbox, which now supports Raspberry Pi 3B+. So that's the 1.4 gigahertz. So more power, more performance. You're going to see some other things like bezels and some other releases that Recalbox is finally catching up to RetroPie, which is really exciting stuff. So this image has over 10,000 titles. You can add more. It's 32 gigabyte. It does fit on a 32 gigabyte. It does have kodi, a lot of controller support, a lot of pre-configured stuff. Some CD-based games, some old school console games. This one's really nice. Let's go ahead and have a look.
Hey, you guys, take one moment and look at the overhead windows on Discovery.
All right, so on first boot, just plug in a controller, press something, and then it should ask you to do controls. Once your controls are set up, though, here's the language. Hit start on your controller, go to options, go down to lang UE, go to English, go ahead and press OK. Press OK again. It should automatically reboot your Pi. And then when you reboot in, you're in English. Okay, and then here I'm just showing you the controller settings again, in case you're wondering like what to do. We can go walk through this really quick. The other thing to do is maybe turn off the background music under sounds if you'd like. So it's up, down, left, right on your D-pad, up and left on your left analog, up and left on your right analog, A, B, X, Y, start select. So L, R, I usually do bumpers here and then triggers here, or you can reverse that. And then L3, R3 are your analog thumbs, hotkey set to select, and that should set up your controller. All right, so let's start with Nintendo 64. We got 229 games. Neo Geo, we got 136. Nintendo, we got 122. Neo Geo Pocket 76. PC Engine 286, large collection there. PSP's 24, and there's some pretty good games in there. PlayStation, we got 63. A lot of people probably want to see what kind of PlayStation games we're rocking here. You got Jackie Chan Stuntmaster. Spyro, Tekken 3, X-Men, Mutant Academy. Here you go back to A. Bomberman, Crocs, Special Forces. Sega 32X, 36 games. It's pretty much all of them. SG 1078. Super Nintendo 1025. So that means there's going to be some either some duplicates in here. There's one right there. But you might also have some hacks in here as well. That's something that Recalbox, they emphasize. Hack games. Super Graphics 5, Vectrix 33, Virtual Boy 28, Wonder Swan 44, Wonder Swan Color 30, Sharp 6800 276. Then you have ZX81 24, ZX Spectrum 368, Amiga you got 313, Amstrad CPC 356, Apple II on here rocking 172. I believe the Oregon Trail is on here. If you're ever wondering like what do I want to play in there, play the Oregon Trail. Atari 2600, 557. Atari 7800, that's cool that they have that, and the ST. Well, they don't have 5200 actually. 65 on the 7800. ST rocking the Matrix skin, 275. Commodore 64, 398, I think it was, yeah. Cave Story 1. Now, my only issue here is this is probably going to be in a different language. Vision, 156. Dreamcast, you got 1. You can add more. Libretto Core Arcade 126, or Final Burn Alpha 123, and that's it. So, we got more. Nintendo Family Computer Disk System 173. Game Gear, so now we got some portables, 295. Game Boy Portable 622. Game Boy Advanced 1000, all of them. Game Boy Color, all of them. Game & Watch 52. You got some Lutro games. There you go. Tetris, Pong. Nice. Atari Lynx Portable 84, MAME Arcade 623, Sega Master System 365, is that what it said? Mega Drive 904, MSX 700. So this is 10,000 plus games. So our controls are configured already. So as you see, this ROM is in French. But it's like, some of the writing is in French, some of it's in English. But you can, there's only one Dreamcast game. You can drop in, some sort of ROM pack, expand out the offerings on Dreamcast if you want. So this button uses triggers.
Hey, let's go. All right, don't be thrown out, man.
So both my D-pad and my analog sticks are working for this game.
Trust me.
So getting a little bit of lag here.
I'm Lotus. I'm the man.
Really easily. Alright, Hercules was a cool little game. So both analog stick and D-pad working just good. Oh, I'm supposed to save this person? Or? Here. Alright, PlayStation's working. Start select is how to exit your games. Whoa, whoa. This is basically like Smash TV. Same kind of controls. Get off me. You like to mash those buttons up. Look no further. I guess you can kind of shoot diagonal. Kind of got to press both A and X at the same time, or B and Y. Oh, I'm out of bullets. How do I get more ammo? Do I have to run around this course? Whoa, 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 whoa. Good. Get off me! Salvage. One thing that is really nice about the Recalbox is all the controls work. You know, RetroPie, like when you go to MuPin, for example, from Nintendo 64, you know, those controls don't necessarily convert over. So far, this is looking pretty good. My fire button, there we go. Get wrecked, kid. I'm out of bullets. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where's my strafe? Oh, that's my aim button. Usually it's laggy right here as the truck is going into this, I guess you'd call it a quad maybe, or, you know, going into this opening area here. And like some pies are just like totally out of control at this point. This one's holding up. We got these guys over here. Can we blow that? I think we can blow it. Come on, reload. Kill that guy. How come he's not exploding? This guy is like kind of... Alright, so there you have it. The MiniCake TV dropping to 32 gigabyte. I like it a lot. I like that it's finally for the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. You know, I've always had a special place in my heart for Recalbox because A, you know, as a company, they've always been really cool, really supportive of the community. And then also, it's just really easy. Like, if I was to get, you know, people talk to me all the time. They're like, oh, yeah, I got a Raspberry Pi, but it's really intimidating. I haven't really taken it out of the box yet, blah, blah, blah. And so with Recalbox, I feel a little bit more comfortable with the plug and play aspect than I do Retro Pi. But again, that being said, it does have less customizability when you really get into the guts of it, where RetroPie is kind of like more of a blank canvas, in my opinion. But for the people that just want a game and they just want to, plug in the controller and start playing, I think Recalbox is a great solution. And now that it's for the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, we should be seeing some improved performance. And Recalbox has already shown some really good performance and streamline in their software. It's always been pretty good. So with all that said, I got to give this one an A. What I would love to see, what would make the ultimate Recalbox image to me, would be if the guys over at Emolga, who is one of my favorite 32 gigabyte Recalbox images, is the Emolga image, which is on the older version Recalbox. So maybe we can just update that once this new release comes out, and you'll be good to go, especially if you already have that release. Just connect your Pi to the internet and you're good to go. Or, they could release, if they could just basically start with a new base image, add all that cool stuff they added to the last one, and just, start from scratch and then re-release that image. I think that would be an A+ image in my book, and it would be my go-to Recalbox build as far as that's concerned. The thing about Recalbox is not many people have made like a 128 gigabyte version of these. So if you're wondering, they have been made. I think Word Gaming made one a while back, and a few other people made one, but they're a little old at this point. So I think there's definitely a demand for a 128, or just get the 32, put it on a 128, and then drag and drop your ROMs, your backups, and then you can make your own really easily, especially with something like this. All the folders and everything are already set up for you. The controls are set up. So you just get this, you expand the file system, and then you start dragging and dropping over the network. And, you can add, what I would do is just add a lot more Dreamcast and PlayStation, and maybe a few more Nintendo games if there was a few I was missing. That's how I'd go about that. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.